Typically, phone cases are bought for two reasons. The first being protection. The second, decoration. Now, no matter the reason for buying a phone case, users will always agree that their phone feels better without the case on it. Well, that is, until now. So here today I've got with me the Urban Armor Gear case for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Now, I personally have never owned an Urban Armor Gear case. I was referred to it by a friend. I've actually never heard of him before. And then one of my friends got one for their new iPhone, and they really liked it, so they referred me to it. And then maybe a week later I saw another friend of mine that had it. So I think they're a very up-and-coming company, and I just got this case from Urban Armor Gear. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it and take a look at it. I'll give you my impressions after I've had it for a couple weeks, but we'll just break right into the unboxing right now. Take a look around the package first, sorry. Okay, so we have impact resistant, feather light, and HD screen protector. So it does come with a screen protector on it. And in the top corner you can see it's military, STD, drop tested. Military standard, drop tested. Take a look at the back. You have feather light, impact resistant, easy access to your button switches and everything, and then skid pads, HD screen protector, and glare-free flash. So it protects your flash and doesn't make it so it glares more. I know some phone cases do that. So we're going to go ahead and open the box, slide it out. So I think that's all that has to offer. We have the phone case right here. First impressions are it feels really nice. It's very light. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Right here we have the included screen protector, if I can get it out, with steps on how to install it. First, pull this film off, then after it's on, you pull this film off. And right here you'll have, looks like a little squeegee card and a microfiber cloth to take the dust off of the screen. I plan on probably buying a different screen protector just because I'd like to go tempered glass, but I'll get into that in a little bit later. But here's an original look at the phone case. The first look at it. Alright, now I'll meet back with you guys in a couple weeks and let you know how I feel after a couple weeks of use. Okay, so let's check out some of the functionality when it comes to using the phone with this case on. Just flipping around to the back to take the S Pen out, it's very simple. I mean, they give you enough room. I'm glad they didn't bring it all the way down. You can see there's actually quite a bit of room for your finger to fit in there, and that's mainly because you need some room to actually get a fingernail on that S Pen to get it out. So I'm really glad that they left that space for it. So we'll go to Google, search right here, UAG for Urban Armor Gear. Galaxy Note 4, and I'll zoom in here. For the Galaxy Note 4, these are the cases that are offered. You have the white case, blue, orange, black, clear. Mine is the black, which is considered to be the Scout version. And then you also have these portfolio cases, which I have not had my hands on yet, but they look very good. So let's go ahead and click on the case I have, and there it is. The Urban Armor Gear Scout. Alright, let's take a look at a different case. So a lot of people really like the white, but I'm going to pick a colorful one, the orange. Alright, so the orange case you can see is just designed like the black one, except the accent is orange, and then all around it is black. So very cool, you can look at different images. So I highly recommend going to this website just to see a lot more information about the phone. And down here you can see there's a lot more information about how it actually protects it, which I'll be getting into in just a bit. Okay, getting the phone case on is actually quite simple. I know with some of these designs they kind of split in half and you have to put it in, otherwise you could just slide it in on these flimsier cases. But in this instance, it's like a shell. It's hard. It's a hard design. But what you're actually supposed to do is kind of put it to the side in the case, and then just slide these two corners under, and then switch to the opposite side and push those opposite corners in. and then just make sure all the sides are pressed down, and then you have your case on. Simple as that. So first I'd like to talk about the pros of this phone case. My number one pro of having this phone case is the feel of it. Now when I take this phone out of the case, it actually feels kind of weird because the edges are very sharp and slippery, and then the back is a little bit slippery as well, and having this big of a phone, you want to feel sure that you have a grip on it. Now when you have it in the case, it's all very symmetric and it feels really good to hold in your hand. And you can see this is already a big phone case and it fits in my hand quite well, so it's not like it adds that much to it. So that would be my number two pro, is it's nice and compact. It doesn't add any unnecessary weight or anything to the phone. It's very, very ergonomic and very well designed. Now another pro I would have is the bumpers on the back. That would be the third pro. They raise the phone off the table when you set it down, so it won't scratch any of the back. You won't have scratch marks on the logo or on the case itself. These little bumpers actually take that for it. That being said, these bumpers are actually my number one con, and I'll explain why. The bumpers is a great idea, however, it was just designed a little bit short of perfection. When you look at every corner, they have this perfectly rounded edge, and it would normally sit perfectly on a table, but with the Note 4, you have one little bumper here and not on this side for the S Pen. If they would have put this same bumper right over here, it would be perfectly fine. But there's a little bit of an imbalance when you set it on a table. Well, sorry, not that bad. It's like just a little bit. Believe me, when I'm browsing the web and using my S Pen, it bounces a little bit in that corner. Not in the other corners, but that corner. Granted, there is a design with the phone that they actually have to work around, but I would have liked to see another little bumper over here to fix that issue. But the question is, what really separates Urban Armor Gear from any other protective case you can buy on the market today? And my answer to that is they have a patent for their composite design of the case. Now what that means is it has a hard shell and a soft case combined, so it can withstand impact very easily. Now what a non-composite case would look like is this OtterBox here from my old iPhone. Take a look at this. You have this hard inner shell, and then you can take off this outer shell. So you can see that it's two separate cases in one. There's this soft shell to take some of the impact, because if you had just this, it would take impact, but once it hits, it's really going to not help as much. But when you have the soft in there, it really absorbs a lot of that. So this case has it all built into one, so you don't have the separate layers. I'm going to take it off quick. So right here, this is the inside of the case. You can see there's a little bit of a hexagon, or I'm not sure exactly. It's like a honeycomb design. That's the word I was looking for, honeycomb. And that's all like mixed with hard and soft. So this edge right here is like soft and bendy. This is soft and bendy in some parts and hard in some parts. It's very hard to tell what is what. It all feels very solid. Don't get me wrong, none of it feels flimsy at all. But you don't have the two separate layers like you do in the OtterBox. It's all fused into one, and it still allows it to be military drop test approved. Now, being military drop test approved, they actually have to go through a pretty rigorous test. You have to drop the phone right here on its face, its back, and each corner a total of 26 times from 48 inches. And if it still works and the screen's still cracked, it passes the test. And I'm sure it goes through rigorous testing, and Urban Armor Gear wanted to be sure to achieve that standard, because that really shows how good of a phone case you have. Only the best are military standard approved. I've actually had this phone and this phone case for about 2 weeks now. I've managed to drop it on concrete multiple times and it still withstood. Now, in the box with the phone case will come a screen protector. Now that screen protector I don't currently have on. I bought my own screen protector, and that's something I would recommend for all you as well. It's kind of a backup plan, but I don't normally use screen protectors at all. I highly encourage all of you to go out and look at tempered glass screen protectors. What that is it feels just like a screen because it's glass, and it's actually proven to crack before your screen cracks. So if you do drop it and the case somehow fails, say you drop it from higher than 48 inches and your screen were to crack, your phone case screen, the screen protector would actually crack before your phone screen would. So it just adds another layer of protection, and since I already have this case on there and it's already bumping up a little bit, putting this tempered glass screen protector on there doesn't add any height to the phone at all. So it's definitely a thing you should consider. They run 30 to 40 bucks, but believe me, my phone feels indestructible with this case and that screen protector, so this is a combination I definitely recommend to anyone. All that being said, the Urban Armor Gear case has been by far my favorite phone case I've ever owned in my entire life. It has a very industrial look to it with the metal, the pure black, and the kind of the fake screws. These have no purpose, believe me. But it looks and feels great. And like I said, with my old iPhone, I own an OtterBox like this. Added so much bulk to it, and this has the exact same protection as this. It's the same military grade protection, and if you have flimsy phone cases like these, you can't expect much protection at all. So I'm glad I found a great case that provides excellent protection, excellent style. It's just the overall package, and they run $39.95 new. So if you can find one on sale, excellent, but at $39.95 I feel it's a very fair price for the product that was delivered by Urban Armor Gear. Highly recommended, 2 thumbs up from me. Go out and look for yourself, urbanarmorgear.com.